Welcome here at Hammer Fab. We're on day 5 of our Chris Craft boat restoral, preservation, whatever you want to call it, modification. It's October 30th, 2020. It's a beautiful day. We got our nice weather days are few and far between now that it's approaching winter here in Texas. So today is going to be about the high of 65. So it's a good day. A little cool right now, but it's going to warm up a little bit. We got to get this port side of the boat sanded down, get it caught up with the back and the starboard side. So let's get after it. That's another replacement board. This one's been replaced. See how it's a lighter color? You know how I can tell right away?
How's that?
It's got gouges in it. It's got like big imperfections in it that the other boards don't have. See this big dip right here?
Yep.
Right there? None of the other boards have that. Which tells me it was probably some cheap lumber. Alright, so that board has definitely been replaced more recently. The repair itself looks really good. I mean, they did it, you know, looks like the way it's supposed to be done. So I'm not sure about that wood though. It might be mahogany, but it definitely is. I don't think it's white oak. I don't know what it is, but if it's mahogany, it's totally, you know, it's a little bit different grain and it's a lot brighter. So
this is some nice wood right here.
Yeah. See, the mahogany's got a little bit more stippling to it, or kind of more dots and stuff, where this doesn't have a whole lot of that. I guess it could still be mahogany, just a different tree or something. I don't know, man. I'm not a...
It's also, this is like older wood. This is newer because the grain's not as tight.
Yeah. So I don't really want to chop those screw heads down, so I'll probably here in a minute get a screwdriver and crank them in a little bit deeper. I'm not sure exactly what that is. It almost looks like a split or something that somebody's filled up. It's just interesting to find all the history, you know, unearthing the history that happened with this old boat. You know, it's been around a long time. This stuff here, it's like a rubbery kind of stuff. I think that's that 3M 5200 stuff. We're gonna dig all that out. We don't want that rubbery stuff on there. We'll dig that out and replace it with epoxy, the Thixo wood. These boards up here are pretty flat. They're nice and tight, where when you get further back, the boards are kind of cupped. So we gotta do more chopping of the wood back there. Now I'm going to start chopping out the high spots in the wood, getting it nice and smooth. This is the worst back here. pretty lumpy. It's even lumpy up here. That one tightened up pretty good. See, these are on that new board.
It doesn't seem like they're drilled as deep as the others.
Huh?
Doesn't seem like they're drilled as deep as the other ones, the older ones.
Where's those other ones? See, that board's loose right there.
Is that a hex head over there?
This? No. It's a Phillips. I gotta get a pick. I gotta dig out that goo out of the head. That one, not so lucky. Stripped out. So yeah, it's not very long. I think I got some brass ones that are longer. We'll countersink it a little bit more and put one in there. So I had a few extra of these brass screws. So when we replaced the boards on the bottom, I had a few left over. So this one's just a little bit longer. I believe it's a number 8, which is the proper size. So it's just a little bit longer. Hopefully it grabs some wood in there. Oh yeah, look at that. So we don't want to crank it in too much. So I do need to probably need to countersink it a little more just to get the head down in there a little more. Ever so gently. We got to be real careful right there because the wood's kind of split, but basically we want to get that screw just out of the way like that, so we can chop this board down. And then we'll have to fill that with epoxy. It's feeling a lot better. As you can see, there's still kind of a low spot right there. It's because this board here has quite a bit of a hump to it. I got a little bit more meat I can take out of it. Feels pretty good right in there. You know, it's kind of concave right there. I don't really want to keep digging too much right there. We'll save some of that for the long block. And then same thing here. It's pretty smooth right there. So we'll try and long block that out. We got some more up here we can get after. So I got the initial flattening or whatever, straightening of all the boards. They're pretty smooth to one another, but they're still slightly lumpy, so we're gonna get a long board on it. And so down here, it's tricky to sand next to here without gouging this, so we don't want to gouge that. So what we're gonna need to do with the long board is kind of start here and work it up, like blend it up and straighten some of those minor lumps out. And then once we get that done, hopefully by that time we'll have gotten rid of all this extra varnish here. So these are still kind of in some low spots, but I'm hoping we can kind of blend those out of there. And then we'll come back and hand sand it all. Make sure we get all the swirls and stuff out with 80 grit. And then we'll focus on these ribs here. And they may seem pretty easy, but they're actually quite a bit of work. And we'll just hand sand those.
All right, guys, so I've been going through the block sander right behind Levi, the long block, and getting this boot stripe and the rest of the grain and shape, getting all the marks out. Just clean straight line, nice and crisp grain.
We gaining?
Gaining.
Yeah.
Starting to look really good now.
Yeah, it's nice and straight now, man. Just a couple of little scars here and there, but overall it's pretty good. I think it's in better shape than the other side. So yeah, we got to do a little bit more handwork here, and then what we did on the other side was we went around real tediously and dug out all the rubbery junk out of the cracks before we bleach it. But we could probably bleach it today. I don't know. Well, I can. You might have to go home.
We'll see.
But
Just got to finish finessing it, and then we'll get to it.
finally ready to bleach, start the port side of the Chris Craft boat. So we got the Dailies wood bleach solution A and B here. We're gonna mix 2 different cups, one for me, one for Eric, 3 parts B to 1 part A. That's what we're after. We're trying to reset the tone of the wood so that when we bleach it, it's all uniform. That was a little bit more than 1. There you go. Okay. Now we'll mix thoroughly. Starts out clear and then it'll start turning yellow once it starts activating. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's go apply it to the boat.